One thing I kind of just realized we need to take care of is the fact that an activity can have a shoe associated with it, but then there's nothing stopping you from deleting that shoe. And then we want to make sure that the activity knows that the shoe is deleted and therefore stops referring to a shoe that doesn't exist. So I'm actually going to write a test for this real quick. I'm going to just say should set shoe to nil if associated shoe is destroyed. So we'll keep this here. This is all good. But then what we want to do is, let's do shoe dot destroy. And then we should assert nil for the activity dot shoe. And this should fail. This is a little bit more setup than I would like. It's probably better to just make a fixture that encapsulates all this information, but for now I just kind of want to test this and solve for this as quickly as I can because I just happen to think of it right now. So let's do Rails T test models activity test and then line 161. Yeah, okay, so this is good. So it's throwing a foreign key validation error, which makes sense because we haven't accounted for this, and I'm glad that I thought of it because this could definitely happen a lot where you add a shoe, you add it to some activities, and then you decide later like, oh, I want to delete that shoe. So there's two ways to handle this. I think what I'm going to do is, so in our activity model, we have belongs to shoe optional true. I think what I can do is I can do nullify or restrict with error. And I forget if I do this on the shoe model or the activity model. So it has many activities. So what I could actually do is I could do dependent and then I could do restrict with error, which would mean it would actually forbid me from deleting the shoe because there's an activity that's associated with that shoe. That's one way to do it. I'm not actually sure how I feel about that. I kind of like that in some regard, but I feel like that's going to annoy a user because then let's say they've done 1,000 activities with that shoe and they realize like, oh, it's the wrong shoe, I want to delete it. They would have to go back to all 1,000 of those activities and like remove the shoe manually. So I think what I'll do here is just set it to nullify. And if I go in here and run the test again, I think this should solve for the problem. Okay, so we have a different error, which is good, but it's actually, it looks like the shoe is not destroyed. And I wonder if that's because I need to do reload, maybe. Let's go down here. We need to just do reload. Yeah, okay, that was it. So sometimes you have to do reload on the record you're testing. So this is good. Let's just commit this and git commit. We'll just say account for a case where an associated shoe is destroyed. It would help if I could spell that right. Let's do that.